Welcome to the highlights of the third T20 International between the Windies and England in the Sandals T20 International Series. The action coming from Bastia, St Kitts. Warner Park, always a wonderful place to be, and again the pitch looked bereft of live grass, and again the thinking would be that a lot of runs should flow. The toss was won by the Windies captain Jason Holder, and he elected to bat first. Just to confirm, the teams with England already having won the series by a 2-0 margin in the first two games, and one change, a significant change for the Windies. Chris Gale is out for today's encounter, and John Campbell, the fellow Jamaican left-hander, comes in at the top of the order, and England have a change of their own. Liam Plunkett is replaced by the pacey Mark Wood. Let's get straight to the top of the action.
Well, after 3 test matches, 5 ODIs, a couple of T20s, this is it after today for England's tour of the Caribbean. We've had some great entertainment all the way through, whatever format it has been. We've seen some excellent cricket, some standout performances. What does Shea Hope and John Campbell, who's made his debut in the test series on this tour, in the ODIs, and now making his debut in an international T20. Familiar sight in these T20s this series, David Willey. This time he won't have Chris Gale to deal with.
Still not a minute.
Good afternoon, boys.
Good afternoon, Rob. Good afternoon, Nick, and to all our viewers. Final match of the tour, as you said. So some records being broken along the way across this tour. Provided great entertainment for the fans who've been here at the various venues. Also those of you back home looking on at this series, which has been very exciting, I must say. A wave to you as well.
Yeah, the results and performances have surprised many throughout this series. Just when you think you've got a good read on what's going to happen, well, they throw a spanner in the works. Windies in particular have been excellent. Probably struggled the most in what you felt was going to be their strongest suit, this format. Very good in the test series, same in the ODIs. See if they can put one performance together now. Chip, simple catch, easy as you like.
Dear, oh dear. A continuation of what we saw in that second T20 International. The first delivery, Shea Hope spooning a simple catch to cover. Have a look at this. Just reaching at this delivery, maybe delivery holding up on the surface. We spoke about it being slow during the day. And the first Windies wicket goes. Shea Hope without scoring, not for one.
Well, maybe not as soon as he was expecting, but Shimron Hetmeyer strolls out to the crease. Shea Hope will want to have a do-over. Bizarre dismissal, really. Just a half volley, maybe just a fraction short of that. Well, it's too easy for David Willey at the moment. Hint of swing.
Right, it was just a loosener, wasn't it? Just looking for a little bit of swing, it didn't come back in.
Uppish again, more convincing though this time.
We've seen a couple of this type of shot in the test matches from Shimron Hetmeyer. Been given a couple of chances hitting that ball uppishly in the air. This time he finds the gap. Off the middle. Good timing. Just waited for it.
Well, he gets away with that, does Curran. That did say hit me.
Yeah, and again, Morgan, the fielder there, he's made another change, so no slips at all. And that's not a negative move after 1.5 overs. That's because he probably feels that he's more likely to get his extra cover and his mid-wicket as wicket-taking options, catching, as we've already seen. He's just assessing where he thinks he's most likely to pick up his wickets.
Slow ball. Oh, that's excellent running again. As soon as he hit it, he was off. When you get on a small ground like this, it's very hard to just tell yourself, do you know what, we need to play for 160, 170. And then you try and get 180, 190. It's a shot we saw at probably a more apt time now than we did in the Test series.
He's played the shot because both men are up, fine leg and third man. But not an easy shot to play, I think, on this surface, because just holding a little bit. It's the type of shot you'd rather play on a quick pitch, just scoots onto the bat. You can use the pace.
Well, that again is a soft dismissal. You want to try and play aggressive, positive cricket. That was neither really, just got caught in between, tried to go over the top, couldn't beat Jordan.
Yeah, but this time give some credit to the bowler. It was a slow ball. Might have just stuck in the surface again, but it just held back slightly. It was only 114 Ks. And Chris Jordan is one of the best in the world. He will not drop a simple catch like that. So the West Indies in trouble early on, as they were the other day. 10 for 2. Hetmeyer has gone for 8.
Well, yet again on this surface, the side struggling to make hay in the power play. What can Darren Bravo do? Well, this time it is up and over. Oh, much needed boundary. Still good over for England, 14 for 2.
I'm just thinking how you play on a surface like this, because it's slightly different. That's the way to go there. You've got to be, I think, looking to play a full-blooded shot. I don't think you're going to get much for your pretty shots for extra cover, your half drives. I think because it's just holding up a little bit, you've got to be full throttle, just go through with bat speed.
Shorter this time, he's really quick onto that. Oh, shot of authority.
It's a type of surface you can trust the bounce. There are no issues there, so you can stand back. There's no need to get yourself too far forward too early. John Campbell just kept his weight on the back foot. As easy as you like.
Well, he's a good player, is Campbell. Picks up length so quickly, anything offline. Very simple technique as well.
Again, too short, too straight. Because of the slowness, his delivery just stands up a bit. It was a slower delivery, 118 clicks. He has the presence of mind to know where the gap is, and he finds it. Big one, should be taken. Denley under it and takes it. Wicket number 3. Again, the Windies capitulating within the first 6 overs.
Just can't keep Willey out of this game. Campbell trying to hit this over long off. Didn't come onto the bat as he'd have liked, and straight up in the air. Good catch in the end. It stayed in the air for a long time. Campbell, who was looking ominous, goes for 11. West Indies now 24 for 3.
Jason Holder, the captain of this Windies team. And again, I spoke about the basics of batting to be on show from a Windies point of view. Ultra aggression being shown here by Campbell to his demise.
Make that number 4. Willey is on fire. This is his best figures in T20 internationals.
Get the impression that Bravo was shaping to play this into the onside. Didn't do too much, but bat just coming across the line. Good catch from Johnny Bairstow. They're always difficult that low down. David Willey now picks up his 4th. Aaron Bravo gone for 4. West Indies 24 for 4 in the 5th over.
The procession continues. Nicholas Pooran comes to the crease.
He'll squeeze a single here. Byes will be the call. It's for these two to try and put something together. Awkward bounce there for Bairstow.
Put down. Rare blemish. Joe Root couldn't quite hold on.
Just an indication again that there's very little pace in this pitch. Holder trying to hit through the line of that. Just pops it up to Root, who should have taken it. Went straight to hand.
Quick single in the end. A little bit of indecision. Safely.
Nice slow delivery.
Oh, that's a long one. Long one coming our way. Using his levers. First maximum.
It's not a long boundary down there. Holder does the right thing and hits straight.
Oh, and he comes again high in the air. He's not got this. Jordan doesn't miss. Straight in. Plan works, Denley. Morgan can do no wrong.
Well, this wasn't quite as full as the delivery before for Jason Holder. Tried to tug it. Just managed to spoon it to long on. So West Indies lose their 5th wicket. Jason Holder for 11. 45 for 5.
Short ball. Good short ball. Ashington must be Steve Harmison's club as well. I'm certain he plays there.
Good short ball. Well, his son is definitely a good cricketer. There used to be a guy called Collie Solomon, a fast bowler from Ghana, used to play up there. One of their better pros.
How did you go on with the lingo up there?
Way I, man.
Off cutter. Pulled into the leg side. Oh! I thought he dropped it, then I looked, it's Jordan. He doesn't drop them.
Well, it looks like the West Indies are out to make this a short day. 6th wicket goes down and just into the 10th over. Latest one, Pooran. Pull this flat. Didn't have enough on it, and Jordan doesn't drop those. Got a good, safe pair of hands. We've been seeing it throughout the series. And that's the end of Pooran. West Indies now 48 for 6.
Swung away, leg side. That's a maximum as everybody's staring. It's out of the ground. 54 for 6. New balls.
Well, I don't know if he picked this, but he certainly fetched it from outside off stump. Got a lot of bat on that. That traveled over the pavilion. Looks like it went out of the ground.
Straight up there, Dill. Straight up, Dilly.
So we got a different cricket ball. Thought so. Beautiful bowling. Oh, classic leg spin. A wry smile from Fabian Allen. He's done him like a kipper.
Well, the lower half of the West Indies batting has never been able all season to read Adil Rashid. Willey opens him up and into the stumps. Didn't pick it at all, and as you would expect, Adil Rashid picks up a wicket pretty early. Fabian Allen gone for 7. West Indies 54 for 7.
It's perfect, is this, for Rashid? Absolutely brilliant for him. Leg spinners, googlies against 9, 10 and 11. Outside edge. Oh, what a catch! Johnny Bairstow take a bow.
Well, England can do no wrong. It's just been a procession. That's it. Opening the face. This one flew to Johnny Bairstow quite quickly. Just pouched it in one hand. Another wicket for Wood. And the West Indies are just tumbling like a deck of cards. That's where it goes without scoring. It's now 56 for 8 in the 12th over.
Oh, I say.
I wonder where the next one's going to be, Woody.
It's the military man.
It was the right thinking from Mark Wood. I think he was going for the Yorker at the stumps, maybe just short of that length. Well, definitely just short of that length. I don't know how Cottrell has hurt his hand there.
Thought so. He's left the parish. As Sheldon Cottrell. It's a pulley.
It was always going to come, that Yorker. He's backing away. Ian Bishop called it just before it was delivered, and even though it was a bit full, it was well enough directed to take the off stump out of the ground. 3rd wicket for Mark Wood. Cottrell didn't stay long. 4 in 3. It's 60 now for 9.
Sliced it down the ground for 6. A big hit for Obed McCoy. I have to think it's his... Well, it's a good strike.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of too many bad balls that Adil Rashid has bowled in the entire series. 50 overs as well. Well, that one looked like the wrong one. Got 3 people chasing after that. See, that one you wouldn't count as a bad ball. That actually was just in the slot. Tried to buy a wicket, didn't work. Wasn't far away though.
I don't think he's gotten the length quite right yet in these couple of deliveries to Obed McCoy. Maybe just pull it back just slightly, just slightly. That was length, and now the question will be asked. Bairstow thinks that he has his man, judging by his body language. They think it's all over. We'll have a look at it now. England are already aiming to walk off the field. Rashid has taken his cap. Legal delivery.
I look very confident. That back leg. Was it in? Was there anything behind? I don't think so.
Well, he must have good eyes, Johnny Bairstow. That looks pretty tight. Is there anything behind the line? Looked for a minute when he first went past him that he was just going to be way out of his ground, but he just has enough flexibility just to get that foot, just something behind the line.
And it's the point when the bails are dislodged. That's what will be checked. Just there. I don't think anything is behind at that point when the bails are dislodged.
Test the television umpire, I tell you that.
And you look at it from there, you say that he's just on the line, that's it. That angle's slightly different. Good luck.
Bairstow was very confident. Didn't think he would have thought it was that close. Decision is coming, folks. Left-hand side angle looks as though there's nothing behind. It's very tight. And the umpire has made his decision, and he doesn't have enough conclusive evidence to give it out. Yeah, this time didn't take him long. Good length from Rashid, no doubt about that. And a very, very disappointing performance with the bat from the Windies comes to an end. But England again, excellent. 11.5 overs in the last game, 13 overs this time.
And on the other hand, clinical bowling effort by England. They got an opening very early. They were very good in the power play overs and then didn't let up at all. Their bowlers on some variations, wonderfully executed. Some brilliance in the field as well. They're catching, with the exception of Joe Root. Excellent.
Yeah, not often you hear that, with the exception of Joe Root. I'm sorry to say, boys, that the Windies become the first team to be dismissed for less than 75 in consecutive matches.
A very disappointing total for the Windies, blown away for 71 in just 13 overs, 11 apiece to Campbell, Holder and Puran, and 10 to Obed McCoy. David Willey kicked things off very well for England. He finished with 4 for 7 from just 3 overs, and the lower order was mopped up by Mark Wood, 3 for 9, coming in for his first game of this T20 International Series, and a couple of wickets for Adil Rashid. It left England needing just 72 for a clean sweep of this three-match T20 international series. The two deep fielders for Sheldon Cottrell, who will look to swing the ball back into Alex Hales. Length has to be good, not too full, not too short, and he must touch it down on the off stump. If it doesn't swing and it just goes across, then you bring your keeper and slips into play. He's been good, Sheldon Cottrell. Good this season. Can he be magnificent? A lot of hands on hips from the Windies in the field right now. They need well, not necessarily a miracle, but a spark earlier. Yep, good start from Cottrell. Very good. Not too full, not too short, and swing.
Spot on from Sheldon Cottrell. He likes to pitch the ball up early on and see what movement he can get.
Just like that, just over pitched. Beautifully played.
He's got himself into nice position because he's got to get it past to the left of the man at mid-off. Just opens up slightly and opens the face.
4 more on Song McKnight. They will be aggressive as they normally are.
Just overcompensated, didn't he? The bowler Ian Bishop will tell you, just overcompensated. A little too much width, and he tightened his line. In the end, against this class of batting, it's just too straight and just helped on its way.
That is beautiful. The presentation of the bat face through the line, 16 without loss after 1.
Well, there is your answer to the question. We're not going to hang about. That's high-class batting, though, from Alex Hales. Not a lot wrong with the delivery. Execution of the shot. The length is perhaps, that's about right. Probably top of off stump, top of middle stump. What a shot from Alex Hales.
Pitch just seems to be coming on a little bit more now. Just held his shape nicely. Good length delivery, just rushed onto the bat and he just went and hit it straight back where it came from.
It's just dismissive so far in some of the stroke play. It's a team that is confident in what they're doing. Problems.
Can expect that the ball being this new, it's not going to spin much. And that'll go for 4. End of the third. 28 without loss, England.
Too short. It looks like he'd been sitting back anyway, waiting for the shorter ball. He's a very, very tall man, so the ball will bounce on any surface. Off to a flyer, Alex Hales. Just 10 deliveries, faced 20 now to his name. Heaved away. And What a brilliant catch. What a brilliant catch in the deep. Never easy when you're close to the rope just to judge it. John Campbell in the side today, taking a really good catch in the deep.
Starting to appreciate good cricket. John Campbell on debut wasn't as impactful with the bat. He gets in the way of this shot from Alex Hales. Times the jump and keeps his composure. Good balance as well. First wicket for the West Indies. Who else? It's his captain leading the way. They're dancing already. Alex Hales, quick fire innings of 20 comes to an end. It's 28 for 1.
Joe Root, new man in. You have to hurry, dive to didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, this was a quick one. Risky business. But that's the way he starts his batting in T20 cricket as well. Joe Root, complete batsman, appreciates that he's vulnerable at the start of his innings, and he will play the percentages, manage the risk.
Powered away, finds the gap, finds the boundary.
Ferocious power in that shot. Johnny Bairstow, second boundary of his innings. It's good to pounce on anything short. Fabian pulling down. And there's the front foot, that bottom hand, taking full control.
Not quite. Just found the gap enough. He's a tall man.
Powerfully struck as well. It's not easy because all his weight is going away from the ball. So then he is just using his hands for power. No real transition going into the ball.
Swatted away, finds a man in the deep who puts it down. It was hit hard, it was hit flat. Kind of sums up the West Indies day.
Again, an important department of the game. The catching, the odd cricket. Windies falling short. This is as easy as you'd get in international cricket. Spoke about the intensity dropping from what we've seen in previous formats on this tour.
Short again, this time the middle of the bat. Johnny Bairstow just had a life, he's going to make them pay.
As I said before, when you bowl short and you allow a right-hander to hit with the wind, all he's got to do is get the elevation, and it will go the distance. Too short, too predictable. Jason Holder in his length.
And England just require 24. Cleverly played.
Oh, a little bit of touch as well. 50 is up at a canter. Just 7.1 overs. Just that little bit of extra pace. That's smart batting as much as anything else. You just get a sense sometimes as a batsman that you can just glide the ball.
Middle of the bat, and that's gone a long, long way. Clobbered down the ground from Johnny Bairstow.
And what we're seeing here, I know England are on top. You're walking out to bat as an opening batsman. What would you be looking at? What would you look for as a score?
More than 45 and 71 that we've seen the Windies get. I think anything around 160, 170 is a decent score. I don't think it's a 200 plus score. Swept away.
I also think you've got to factor in what transpired before. When you look at what happened in that second T20 international, England lost 4 wickets in the power play overs, and then they consolidated and was able to launch at the end
That's the approach required, I think.
A little bit of turn. One more for Johnny Bairstow, one more for England. They require just 12 more. 60 for 1.
Oh, bowled him. Well, terrific from Bishop. We saw Rashid for England. Spinners to the fore. Beautiful delivery.
And I'm going to stick to my guns that there's a little bit more pace in this pitch. Bishop getting a little bit of nip off the track. Did spin as well. I'm alone in most things in this commentary box. Johnny Bairstow goes for 37. Mere formality. England 60 now for 2.
Captain Morgan in at 60 for 2. England need 12. Beautiful delivery from Bishop to Bairstow. I reckon that's the second maiden of the innings. 60 for 2.
Nice pace on this delivery. Hold it pretty flat, but got it on a good fullish length.
Yes, no, get in. No runs for 11 deliveries. Oh, what an absolute ripper. Spinning. 61 for 2. How's this missed? Oh, this is a beauty. Pitches. Oh yeah, look at the turn. Pumped down the ground all the way, coming our way. Drop short, gone for 6. England just need 4. What I would say very quickly is that if the Windies were picking a T20 squad, Carlos Brathwaite will be captain, I assume, so it is different.
And for me, apart from all that's been said, the disappointment won't be they picked the squad with a purpose to keep them together.
And that ends proceedings for today. 3-0 for England in T20 cricket. 11 runs from 3 deliveries in the 11th over. England going past the Windies 71 all out with 72 for 2. Joe Root on 4. Owen Morgan 6-4, finishes with 10.
It's been a disappointing end to what has been a very enthralling series. West Indies just capitulating in the T20s. It's been a good competitive test series, a good competitive ODI series. It's just a bit disappointing for West Indian fans at the end. Not just the fact that the West Indies lost, but the manner in which they've lost. There's a lot of angry people on the street.
Well, it's difficult to think of anything that the Windies have got from these 3 matches. England will say we've got plenty from these. Players with ambition and looking to push for places in the World Cup. The Windies opting to play a World Cup squad and keep them together, but it's proved absolutely nothing. End of the game, and a lovely sweep shot. Match finished in just 23.3 overs, the 4th shortest match in T20 International with a result. That's excluding matches in which overs were reduced, but job done by England.
You can take nothing away from Owen Morgan and his men. They've been efficient, they've been clinical, they've been disciplined, and really have shown the depth that's in this England squad.
Well, really disappointing for the Windies fans. They've done so much in this tour, the series.
England romped home 72 for 2 with a 20 from Hales, but a top score of 37 for Johnny Bairstow, enough to get England across the line and wrap up the series 3-0. A wicket for Jason Holder and one for Devendra Bishu, but the Windies, with not enough runs on the board, would never have been able to find the potency required for the miracle they needed. David Willey won the Player of the Match award for his 4 wickets. He was superb in everything that he did with the ball, and the Player of the Series went to Chris Jordan. He had 6 wickets in the series as well and was particularly effective in the second T20 International. So just confirmation of how the third T20 International played out. The Windies batting first, rolled over for 71 in 13 overs, and England winning comfortably by 8 wickets. Hope you've enjoyed this edition of the highlights in this England tour of the Windies. Look forward to your company next time. From Warner Park in St. Kitts, it's bye for now.